I probably had my first tarot reading at like 5 years old. My grandmother was a clairvoyant medium who also used the tarot with her clients. And I'm so grateful to her to have had that experience of experiencing how she would do a tarot reading. I'm sure in little ways that is still influencing me today. One of my favorite tarot cards is the Fool Tarot card, which we are going to be talking about today. As you can see, there's like this young looking figure and they're dancing. There's a little cat pulling at their skirt. At least I think that the face of this person is sort of looking down at the cat and like, hey, let go of my skirt. I'm going to go over here whilst the cat is kind of trying to pull them backwards. And I think that on my card at least, and also just one fact is that this was my grandmother's tarot deck. There's loads of nostalgic value added to this deck, and I think that she's still with me as I am doing my readings. Anyway, I think that the cat is representing home, comfort, or comfort zone. And whilst it looks like that person, and with this being the first card of the tarot deck, which means that it does represent a new beginning, wants to go over here, but comfort is trying to pull them back. So one of the reasons why it's one of my favorite tarot cards is because over the last few years, it showed up at quite an instrumental time in my life. So just over 3 years ago, I was made redundant from my corporate job at the time. And I had 6 months of money saved up, got a tiny redundancy package, which isn't very big here in the UK. And then I decided to become a spiritual practitioner full time and just thought to myself, if after 6 months of doing this, if I run out of money, I am just going to get a normal job and that's fine. Like I'll just do the spiritual work on the side and whatever. It's okay. Of course, now I'm 3 years later. That's not to say that it's not been difficult and there's times where it's been thin with money, but here we are. It's still working. And I feel that what the Fool Tarot card represents is that it represents a new journey with risk involved. You have to leave your comfort zone behind and you have to step into discomfort to go on that growth journey. With it being the first tarot deck, it does represent that you are now about to travel through all of the 78 cards of the tarot, which is a journey, and we sort of circle, we go back and forth. It is a journey. That is what the tarot is all about, and it represents many different aspects within our life. And so what could be happening when you are pulling the Fool Tarot card within your readings for yourself is that either you know it already or a new beginning is about to come up. I think that there's also an invitation to review what is it in your life that you are valuing that is keeping you comfortable over taking a risk to grow, to expand, and to become an even better version of yourself, right? Because as a continuous process is to stepping into becoming that better version of yourself. And I think that's often what the Fool is representing. Step out of that comfort zone, get into that growth zone and see what the next phase of your life can bring. And it might bring you new opportunities and new challenges that you couldn't even have imagined. And I think one thing, at least in this modern world, which is really important, is that we see celebrities, we see influencers on Instagram and YouTube and whatever, and we think that this is precisely the life that we want. That isn't always true. So I think that before you step into that new journey, take a real look at a life that you actually want to live from your deep sense of soulful authenticity, and then begin on that journey, because I think that could make it even more powerful in the end. I would love to know how you have connected with the Fool Tarot card. Please read that in the comments. And if you want to get more spiritual and personal growth videos from me, do hit that like button, subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.